What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be showing you some important tips and tricks for your Realme 2. Now, unlike my previous videos, in this video I'll be just talking about tips and tricks. So to know about all the features offered by this phone, check out my video on best features of Realme 2. Link will be in the description. Now with that said, the first thing that I want to show you on this phone would be the split screen mode. Now split screen mode is a feature that allows you to use two applications at the same time. Now here's how you can do it. First, just go to the recent apps page. Now swipe down. Now you get the option to open the current application in split screen mode. Just click that and the current application will open in the top window. You can select the secondary application from the list below. Now this is just one way to do that. Now another way is to simply long press the recent apps button. Just press and hold it and the current application will open in the top window and you can select the secondary application once again from the list over here. By the way, you don't need to select the application from here. You can also go home screen and select the secondary application from these applications as well. Now finally, you can also use the 3-finger gesture. Simply swipe up using 3 fingers and the current application will once again open in a split screen mode. Now for some more quick tips, you have a button at the center. You can resize these windows by simply swiping this button top or bottom. And if you want to make any application go full screen, let's say if you want to use YouTube in the full screen mode, you can swipe it up and YouTube is now full screen. Now if you want to do the same thing once again for the top application, you can swipe it down and this application will go full screen. Now finally, if you click it, you get some additional options. If you click the last button that's crossed, the current application, whether it's the top application or the bottom application, will be closed. Next, if you click the center button, top and bottom applications will be swapped. Now finally, you can click the first button to get additional options. That's to switch to another application. Now for another tip, while watching videos on YouTube, you can simply do a pin gesture to go full screen. And as you can see, the entire display, including the notch area, is now displaying the video. Now on this phone, we get some additional functionality or features with the notch. Now while you're watching videos or playing games, you can simply swipe down on the status bar that's near the notch and you get some additional options. First one is to record the screen. Just click it and screen recording will start. And the second option is to take a screenshot. Finally, we have the toggle to turn off banner notifications or heads-up notifications. Now these are some quick actions, and at the top we have quick applications. Right now only Messenger is there on this phone, but if you install WhatsApp and Messenger, even those applications will show up over here. Now once you click this application, Messenger app or WhatsApp will open up in this floating window and you can use that application without closing the game or watching video. Now this is definitely one of the most highlighting features of this phone, which is not available on other phones. Now going on next, I'll show you some camera gestures. Just open the camera application. For the rear camera, click over here, that's the toggle. Now select tap. Now once you enable it, you can simply tap the screen to take a picture. Now even for the front facing camera, we have the tap to take picture option. So let's just select that and you can simply tap the screen to take a picture. Now you also have a gesture and this is how it works. You need to simply show your palm to your front facing camera for it to take a picture. Once it sees your palm, it will take a picture in 2 seconds. And it is pretty convenient and pretty handful if you take a lot of selfies. Next, this phone even has iPhone X like gestures. So to access them or to enable them, go to settings, then select smart and convenient. Select the first option, that's navigation key. Now select the second option. Now unlike other phones, we have a lot of gestures, but the first one is by default the best one, so it is selected by default. Now to go back, you can swipe from the right side or left side like this, and you'll go one step back, just like you press a back button once. Next, if you want to go to home screen, you can simply swipe from the bottom at the center and you'll go to the home screen. For recent apps, you can swipe and hold from the center, and these are all the recent applications. Now personally, I'm not a big fan of these gestures, but if you really want to use iPhone X like gestures, you can give it a try. Now going on next, this phone even has 2 super handy features, that's double tap to wake and raise to wake features. And to enable them, go to settings, then select smart and convenient. Now select gesture and motion and enable this particular toggle for raise to wake, and select screen off gestures and enable this particular toggle for double tap to wake screen. Now here's a quick preview for double tap to wake. When your phone is locked, you can simply double tap the screen to wake it up. You can quickly see the time and date and stuff. And similarly, when your phone is lying down, or even if you place your phone in this way, you can simply raise it up to wake it up. Now if you use face unlock on this phone, those two features will be super handy. Now to unlock the phone, I simply need to look at the phone, double tap the screen. It wakes up, sees my face, and immediately unlocks the phone. Now the same happens even with raise to wake feature. I simply need to raise it. It wakes up, sees my face, and quickly unlocks the phone. It just gives you a much more seamless way to unlock your phone. Most of the time you don't even have to use the fingerprint scanner, it just works really well. Next, I'll show you how to take screenshots in different ways on this phone. Now the default way is to press the volume down and power button both at the same time, and your phone will take a screenshot. Now another way is to use 3-finger screenshot. To enable that, go to settings, then select smart and convenient, and select gesture and motion. Now enable this particular toggle that says 3-finger screenshot. Now to take a screenshot, you can simply swipe down using 3 fingers and your phone will take a screenshot. Now this phone also has long screenshot option. So to take a long screenshot, first take a normal screenshot. You can either use the buttons or the gesture. I'll just use the gesture. Now click the preview. Now to take a long screenshot, click this button. Now your phone will scroll through the page and take a longer screenshot. Now you need to swipe up to take a longer screenshot. You can do it again and again. And once you're done, click done and it will take a long screenshot. And there we go. Next, I'll show you how to change your default launcher, default browser on this phone. So let's say you've installed Nova Launcher and every time you press the home button, you will always go to this default launcher. So to change the default launcher, go to settings, then scroll all the way to the bottom, then select app management, then select default app management. From here, select home screen. Now from here, you can change your default launcher. Now if I select Nova Launcher and just enable it, from now on, every time I press the home button, it'll take me just to the Nova Launcher. So this is the Nova Launcher. We also have an app drawer. Whereas if we go back to the default launcher, we don't have an app drawer and it looks something like this. Now from the same place, we can also change the default browser, default messaging application, default phone dialer, and so on. Personally, I like to use Google Chrome as my default browser, so you can change it from here. Next, if you want to change your default keyboard on this phone, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select additional settings, then select keyboard and input method. Now first you need to install a third-party keyboard, let's say like Google Gboard, and then you need to come over here. First you need to enable it. For that, select manage keyboards. Now from here you need to enable all the keyboards that are available. Now go a step back, now select default keyboard, and from here you can select your default keyboard. This phone comes with touchpad right out of the box, but I personally like Google's Gboard, so that's why I've set it as my default keyboard. Now for some very quick tips, go to settings, then select notification and status bar. Now from here, if you want to display the battery percentage, enable this particular toggle. If you want to see the network speed or network usage on the status bar, enable this particular toggle. Now if you are like me who hates getting notifications while playing games or watching videos, you can enable this particular toggle. You will still get notifications over here, but you won't get heads-up notifications or banner notifications that will block your view. Now finally, this phone even has an ambient display kind of feature. So once you enable this feature, every time you get a notification, display lights up and shows you the notification. Now for some complicated tips, this phone even comes with an app lock built into the system. So if you want to lock any applications, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select security settings. Now select app lock. I've already set it up, so it's just asking me for a password. If this is your first time, you need to set up a password. Now once I enter the password, I get to see all the applications that are installed on this phone, and I can lock any one of these from this place. By the way guys, app lock password and the phone's password can be different. Now let's say if I want to lock Amazon, I need to click Amazon, enable this toggle, and whenever I open Amazon application, it'll ask me for the password. Now there are 3 different ways to unlock the password. First, I can enter the app lock password, that's all zeros in my case, or else I can use the fingerprint scanner or facial data. Now to enable that, you need to go to app lock settings once again. That's in security, then select app lock, enter your password. Now click settings over here. Now enable these 2 toggles. Now once you do that, you can unlock a locked application either by using your fingerprint or else by using your facial data. Now here's a quick preview. When I open Amazon, you probably wouldn't even see the lock screen. because it immediately sees my face and unlocks the application. Now most of the phones out there give you the option to lock applications and you can unlock them with the fingerprint. But there are very few phones like these that give you the option to unlock locked applications using your facial data. Now unlocking a locked application using facial data is really cool because as long as you're using the phone, you won't see the lock screen, and if someone else tries to use your phone, they'll immediately get a lock screen. So now your phone is more secure and you won't have any inconvenience either. Next, I'll show you how to record calls automatically on this phone. So to do that, open Settings, scroll to the bottom, select System Apps, now select Calls, now select Call Recording. Now enable this toggle to record all the calls automatically. So this is one of my favorite features on literally all the phones. By the way guys, this feature is available in India, but it might not be available in some other countries. Next, there is a screen recorder built into the system. So if you want to record the screen, go to the notification area and click this toggle to start recording the video. Your phone will start recording the video after 3 seconds, and if you want to stop recording, click this button. And the current video will be saved. Now for some final tips, this phone has OTG support, but you need to go to Settings and then select Additional Settings and enable this toggle that says OTG connection for an OTG pen drive to work on this phone. Now this phone also comes with an application called Phone Clone pre-installed, and you can use this application to transfer all your data from your previous phone to your new phone or this phone to another phone, which I think is super handy, but I guess this only works with Realme and Oppo phones. So guys, those were the most important tips and tricks for your Realme 2. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and do check out my video on best features. Link will be in the description where I'll be talking about all the features offered by this phone. Now, if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag #GreedyTech on Twitter, and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.